The program in Rehabilitation Neuroscience, led by Dr. Anthony Chen, is a team of researchers and clinicians at the VA and University of California dedicated to developing innovative approaches to help persons with brain injury accomplish their goals. One significant challenge facing the field of cognitive rehabilitation is bridging the gap that exists between teaching patients skills to meet their cognitive and emotional challenges and their ability to actually apply these skills in situations where they are most needed. To address this challenge, we developed an integrated approach to training, one that combines games and coaching to teach our patients how to better regulate their attention and internal state so they can successfully pursue personally relevant goals. This demonstration will highlight several aspects of the Pathfinder Startup to CEO training system and illustrate how it has been applied to help patients with brain injury. The central task of CEO involves operating a food truck, which requires serving customers accurately and efficiently. Customers' orders are presented visually for a brief period of time, and the trainee is tasked with holding on to this information while planning on how to best serve their customers. One reason our patients have difficulty holding key information in mind is that they are highly susceptible to distractions. Consequently, a major focus of our game is practice with managing distractions. While serving customers, additional characters approach the truck and ask distracting questions of the trainee that must be addressed before play can continue. These distractions appear at random and vary in frequency and intensity. To help better manage these distractions, trainees are coached on stopping gameplay, relaxing via deep breathing, and refocusing their attention on the task at hand. Trainees are coached on utilizing this strategy both prior to attending to the distracting character, as well as when reverting their attention back to their remaining customers. As part of refocusing efforts, trainees practice refreshing the remaining orders in working memory so they are more accessible upon re-engaging with the central game task. Trainees are also coached on utilizing a stop button built into the game interface when applying these skills. This allows for these behaviors to be tracked and later utilized during feedback sessions to help shape and reinforce skill use at various junctures within the game. Over the course of training, CEO gameplay increases in complexity in a variety of ways. Trainees will have new options for growing their business and will need to prioritize and manage changing goals. As one example, providing upgrades via special ingredients concealed from view to certain customers identified as targets helps the trainee achieve their higher level goal of building a customer base for a future restaurant. This allows the trainee the opportunity to practice prioritizing and making goal-based decisions. At another level, trainees also start simultaneously managing additional aspects of the business, including running an urban farm where select ingredients are grown, and assembling and baking pies to be sold in the food truck. These sequences further engage planning, self-monitoring, and goal management, skills that continue to be challenged by the presence of distractions across these different game contexts. As these sequences are added to the game, trainees are coached on how to formulate clear action plans prior to starting the task and apply stop-relax strategies to facilitate these efforts. This involves identifying special customers, allocating time to manage the additional aspects of the business, and sequencing the preparation and serving of customers' items. This also involves creating contingency plans for dealing with situations in the game that might be disruptive.
This person ordered tea, so they're a target customer. I have to remember to provide them with special ingredients, and to give them a free pie. I don't have any pies currently, so I'll first have to remember to manage my farm and bake some pies. While I'm baking a pie for the target customer, I'll also bake additional pies in anticipation of other customers. I know that there are a few cooked items that I need to prepare. I'll put these items on to cook before going to the farm to see my crops. While my crops are growing, I'll return to the food truck to attend to the cooked items. I will then go back to the farm and harvest my crops and deliver them to my bake stand. I need to remember to use special ingredients for the target customer and regular ingredients for non-target customers. If I encounter a distracting customer, I'm going to hit the stop button, take a deep breath, and refresh my plan in mind before attending to the customer. This will help to ensure that my plan is as clear and accessible as possible, making it easier for me to redirect back to my primary task after dealing with a distracting customer. Also, if I find myself getting frustrated or overwhelmed for any reason, I will stop and relax before returning to the game.
Providing highly individualized feedback on skill application during gameplay is a cornerstone of our approach to training. What works for one individual may differ considerably from what works for the next. At the beginning of each training session, we provide detailed review of the trainee's gameplay from the previous week. This is intended to help raise awareness for junctures in the game where individuals are susceptible to distraction, as well as to provide concrete reinforcement regarding the benefits of utilizing trained skills. For instance, we discussed how accuracy is affected by the presence or absence of distractors. Further, we provide feedback on how the use of stop-relax strategies can help mitigate some of the distractors' effects. We look at these relationships across multiple domains of gameplay, including efficiency of performance and successful upgrades for target customers. We also look at what phases of gameplay trainees employ stop-relax strategies. These phases include the time prior to start of gameplay and the periods where trainees are encoding customer orders, fulfilling these orders, or managing distractions. This review highlights vulnerable junctures during the game and allows for the trainee and their coach to experiment with applying strategies at different phases of goal pursuit. The goal of our training system is to provide rehabilitation specialists systematic means to guide their patients along the complex path from initially learning the skill to ultimately using it in the context of their everyday lives via intensive practice in the face of game challenges. The training system allows for intensity of experiential learning afforded by games while emphasizing essential aspects of individualized training.